Welcome. The topic for today is profitability. Most businesses struggle to make a profit month over month. I've noticed this throughout my career, and I've noticed it as a big problem. I'm going to present to you today a solution that can solve this, that can take care of the profitability. We're going to look at three basic slides. The first one's going to be about foundation in 6 ways or 6 steps to massive results and profitability. Build off of that. Then I'm going to give you 5 ways of looking at 5 different variables and ways we can affect those variables in order to increase massive profits. So this is a good video for you to enjoy. Thanks for joining, and let's move forward. First thing is 6 steps to the massive results. There's 4 basic masteries that you need to have in place for any company in order to really start working, because if they're not in place, then you will have some problems, of course. One of those, number 1 is destination. Number 2 is time. Number 3 is money. And number 4 is delivery. All of those must be in good shape and in a good place for your business to move forward. When that happens, you can move up the ladder and start to market because you're in a profitable state. You know you're going to make money, and you start to realize those things that are making money are making more money. So you have that whole niche in place and move up to then leverage. Now you've got it running well. Now you can start to leverage those that have been successful. Moving up the ladder, your team becomes more and more important, and the team starts to take care of you through this model where they take care of the customer takes care of the business, and the business takes care of you as the owner. Just a basic structure where you move up, and then you have synergy where you can grow that into a much bigger operation, and eventually the ultimate pinnacle being that you have passive income from your business, and it is making money without you being involved. Massive results. 6 steps to massive results. Let's move on to profitability here, and we start to look at some numbers. As you notice on the left, or on this list, that you can see 3 of them in red, being customers, revenue, and profits. Those are outcomes. When you look at the blue ones, those are the variables that we can have a huge influence on. And that, today they're all happening, and are you measuring and testing those? First step, you need to really understand your numbers. Just like any coach, that's my job a lot of times. It's always very important for me to understand the statistics that were associated to whether it's the business or the game I was coaching or whatever role I had. So when we start out with number of leads, let's just put some examples in here. You can do the math. We show up, and let's talk about each one of them real quickly as I click them in. Number of leads, you have 4,000 leads. You get 25% conversion rate. That means number of people came into your business and how many of them actually purchased, right, or were led into the store. Now, how can you change those kind of numbers, right? Well, you can increase it by advertising. You have all kinds. We have over 250, I'd say, different techniques to affect these 5 variables. Starting with number of leads, conversion rate, how do people buy more often? Well, is your customer service up to snuff? Other things that you can look at where you can have specific examples where you can start to change some behavior, because what you test and measure will make a difference. Once you start to put measurement in place, your employees, your team, everyone will start to pay attention to those and make a difference. So you have 1,000 customers. Talk about number of transactions, you get 2 over a period of time. Of course, you can increase those. There's different techniques to do that. If they come in, how do you get them back? Well, you run events, you do different types of things that keep them coming back. And then average dollar sale, they're spending $100. Can you get them to spend a little bit more? Well, where you place items, what you invite them, and certainly inviting them back more often, all of those things are important. And of course, we just put a 25% margin. With this model, you should have an idea of 5 variables that we can do something about to change the profitability. So let's take a look at what happens if you agreed with me and said only 10% for each of those areas. You can increase 10%. What would that look like? Well, there you go. You have 4,400, 27.5. For the conversion rate, you're up to 1,210 customers. They come back 10% more, so 2.2, 110. And you can do the math to then see the revenue go to 292,000, right? Quite a substantial increase from 200, and the 27.5 for the margin. And look at that bottom line, the bottom line of 80,000 plus. Now, that's a heck of a lot different than 50,000. If you say 10%, wait a minute. you're getting 10% in a compound formula here that is the magic to what we present to you, or what we provide from Action Coach and through me working with you. So I'd like to spend that time with you and show you all the magic that we have to make these numbers, these 5 variables, increase your profits. A coach with my experience is an excellent resource to solve profitability challenges, and if you have those, please contact me, Greg Hess, to discuss your business. Thank you very much and have a fantastic day.